Shri Satchidananda Satguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Those whose meritorious deeds of their past life have borne fruit get Sai's darshan. They are not harmed by the threefold difficulties it provides the means to achieve spiritual progress. If you partake of the nectar from the Guru in the form of his life story, with patience, faith, love, and devotion will spring within you, and the listeners will be gratified. The devotees will easily achieve their supreme state of existence. For those of full in faith, they will receive happiness and peace, and for all in general contentment. Listening to these stories from the mouth of the Guru will eradicate the troubles and anxieties pertaining to this world. Once the people of Thane had requested the peerless Kirtankar Das Ganu ji to perform a Kirtan at Kopaneshwar temple. Das Ganuji obliged the gentleman at their request, but he did not demand or ask even for a single pie. Not a single pie was paid for the Kirtan. He did not wear garments on his upper body and was bareheaded, wearing only a pancha. Still, listeners flocked to the Kirtan. Generally, our Haridas Taskanu Maharaji, while performing the Kirtan, wears a gala and a full dress. They put on a headdress, either a fita or a turban, a long flowing coat with a shirt inside, and uprani, which is a short dhotar, on the shoulders, and the usual long dhotar from the waist below. For performing a kirtan was the reply which Baba gave. Why do you want all this paraphernalia, coat, uprani, fita, etc.? All that before me, why wear them on the body? Das Ganu immediately took them off and placed them at Baba's feet. From then on, Das Ganu never wore these things while performing a kirtan. He always wore a pancha, bare from the waist upwards, a pair of chiplis was in his hand, and a garland around his neck. This is the original school of Nardiyan Kirtan from which the Haridas originated. They did not bother about the outward glamour but stressed on the purification of the soul. With the grace of Sai Samartha, Das Ganuji composed stories describing the saints and performed kirtans for free. Thus he became famous. He was truly instrumental in spreading the zest of Sai devotion. He brought to high tide the ocean of Sai love and self-contentment. There are many listeners, but by listening they develop faith and devotion. The state of mind whereby a listener has absolute love of God and devotion at the feet of Sai is rare. Cholkar was one of the few who had attended Das Ganu Maharaj's Kirtan. He was already a devout man. He felt pangs of love for Sai and said to himself, Baba, merciful one, protect this humble one. Once Mr. Cholkar, he is a devotee of Sai Baba. A poor man serving as a candidate in the civil courts in Thana was amongst the audience. He heard Das Ganu's Kirtan most attentively and was much moved. He then was mentally bored and vowed to Baba, saying, Baba, I am a poor man, unable to support my family. If by your grace I pass the departmental examination and get a permanent post, I shall go to Shirdi, fall at your feet and distribute sugar candy in your name. As good luck would have it, Mr. Cholkar did pass the examination and did get a permanent post, and now it remained for him to fulfill his vow, the sooner the better. Mr. Cholkar was a poor man and had a big family to support, and he could not afford to pay the expenses of a Shirdi trip. As it is well said, one can easily cross over Nanhe Ghat in the Thana district or even the Sahyadri range. but it was difficult for a poor man to cross Umberghat, that is the threshold of his house. As Mr. Cholkar was anxious to fulfill his vow as early as possible, he resolved to economize, cut down his expenses, and save money. He was determined not to use sugar in his diet, and he began to take tea without it. After he was able to save money in this way, he came to Shirdi, took Baba's darshan, fell at his feet, offered a coconut, distributed with a clean conscience along with sugar candy as per his vow, and said to Baba that he was very much pleased with his darshan and that his desires were fulfilled. Baba spoke to Jog as follows: "Give him, your guest, cups of tea fully saturated with sugar." Hearing these significant words, Mr. Cholkar was much moved. He was wonderstruck. His eyes were filled with tears and he fell at Baba's feet again. Baba's words: "Any one of you, wherever you are, whenever you come to me, with your hand outstretched with devotion, I am there to respond to your faith day and night. Though I am bodily present at this place, and you may be beyond seven seas, and doing anything in any form, I am immediately aware of it. You should bow down to me, who thus resides in your heart. I am also the same me who resides in the hearts of all beings. Therefore, whomsoever may come to you in life, I am within them. I am myself present in them. All living creatures, insects, ants, creatures of water and the sky, dogs and pigs, and all animal creatures, I am always present within them. I am in all and everywhere." Baba's words are invaluable. They penetrate deep into the hearts of devotees, nurture their love, and make their devotion one-pointed. Once, when Baba was sitting on his seat in the masjid, a devotee who was sitting in front of him heard a lizard chirp. The falling down of a lizard and its utterances, do they portend anything? Cholkar casually asked Baba this question out of curiosity. "Baba, why is this lizard on the wall behind chirping? What is the meaning?" Baba replied, "The lizard is joyous in anticipation of her sister's arrival from Aurangabad to meet her." In the meantime, a gentleman arrived from Aurangabad on a horseback to take Baba's darshan. At that time, Baba was having a bath. He had to go further, but his horse would not move without his fodder. Therefore, he set out for the bazaar to purchase some green grams. The man who had raised the query about the lizard was watching with interest this newly arrived traveler, who emptied the feeding bag which he was carrying under his arm and dusted it. As soon as the bag hit on the ground, one lizard came out of it and hastily ran with fright, while everyone were watching. Baba said to the person who had asked the question, "Now keep an eye on her. This is the sister of that lizard. Look at the marvelous behavior." She started moving immediately in the direction of the noise of the chirping of her sister, swaying joyously. The meeting of the two sisters after a long time took place. They kissed and hugged each other closely. Their affection was exhibited in an incomparable way. They went around each other. They turned round and round happily, went straight, horizontally, diagonally, and danced about freely. Such was the unique coincidence. Love of humor is universal. Saints deliberately create instances to increase the welfare of their devotees. Whoever reads this chapter with respect or recites it a fixed number of times regularly will find his difficulties warded off by Guru Raya. Bear it well in your mind. Hemad Pant surrenders to Sai. I encourage all Baba devotees to read the Sai Satcharitra every day and soak in Baba bliss. Baba bless you. Om Sai Ram.